How about now?
555, thank you.
Good?
Yes, you are good.
Thank you.
Mayor Sarah, I have 5:01 PM if you'd like to start the meeting.
Perfect. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to welcome everybody to our September 16th council meeting. If we could all please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Justice for all. And if we could remain standing while Councilwoman Karen Bugh leads us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, we are meeting today to conduct matters of city business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Amen.
Amen. And if we could remain standing, we have a moment of silence for 3 individuals today. I don't know if people can hear me. We have Nicholas Hurst, who is the father of one of our police officers, Chris Hurst. I didn't know him personally, but from what I read and the stories I heard, he was really an incredible person. We have Tom Park, who recently passed away. Tom dedicated the last 35 years of his life helping the families of our community. I'll tell you, when it came to Tom, if there was ever someone in need, Tom would move mountains to try to help them. He was just an incredible person, did a lot of great things for our community. And for Ed Rehill. Ed Rehill was a legend in the South Jersey rowing community and probably one of the toughest athletes I've ever had the honor of working out with. Ed coached for the Brigantine Rowing Club and for Holy Spirit High School, where he mentored countless numbers of young people, helping them to achieve both their personal and their athletic goals. And let our hearts and prayers be out with the Rehill family, who have dealt with a lot of tragedy in the last few weeks. Thank you. Before we start the meeting, I just wanted to just bring a note to something real quick. You know, it's really touching. We received actually a card from Mayor Jack Glasser and the members of the Somers Point City Council, basically showing their deepest sympathy for all the tragedy that we've had and all the loss of life we've had here in Brigantine. You know, I'll tell you, Mayor Glasser is a real stand-up guy, and I really have a lot of respect for him. And I think it says a lot that on behalf of Somers Point, they reached out to us too. So I just wanted to acknowledge and thank Mayor Glasser and all of the Somers Point Council people. Lynn, if you could please read the Open Public Meetings Act announcement.
This is to advise the meeting notices covering this meeting have been sent and posted as required under the Open Public Meetings Act.
Thank you, Lynn. We have a motion, a second, to approve the September 2nd council meeting minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
Lucre,
Yes.
Reardon,
Yes.
Mayor Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, can we have a motion, second? We need approval of payroll and requisition lists and operating expenses. Is there a motion and second?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
Lucre,
Yes.
Reardon,
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, next we have the consideration of individuals to fill the at-large vacancy. Lynn, can you read those names? If not, I have it. I got it. So there you go. Go ahead.
Tom Rapici, Neil Kane, and Frank Cook.
All right, of those 3 names, do we have a motion on the floor?
I'll nominate Neil Kane. I make a motion for Neil Kane to fill the vacancy.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Can we have roll call?
You,
Yes.
Thierry,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Reardon,
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
For those of you who might not know, Neil Kane has actually served on the school board for a while, and he's done an excellent job there. But with Neil Kane becoming a council member, he will be resigning that position on the school board. And I would like to make an appointment to the school board. I would like to appoint George Henry to the school board. All right. Thank you, Len. Are we able to swear Neil Kane in, or should we wait, or what's the next step?
We can swear Neil in now.
All right, perfect. And Lynn, you're muted, in case people want to listen.
Okay, I'm going to have to hold the button here and read at the same time. Okay, repeat after me. I, Cornelius Kane,
I, Cornelius Kane,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will support the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
I bear true allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
required
required
as a member
as a member
of council at large,
of council at large,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Neil.
Mayor, if we could take a couple of minutes pause here to get Councilman Kane situated and into my office, we can continue the meeting.
All right, perfect. Do we need to make a motion, or can we just take a 5-minute recess?
Brad?
For your chair, Mayor, you can take 5.
All right, then let's take a 5-minute recess.
You're just signing the oath of office.
Perfect.
All right, Vince, we are ready to go whenever you are.
Sure. We're just waiting on Paul Lettieri. So as soon as he joins us again, and I think Mike Reardon as well. Oh, we got Mike. Welcome back.
Go ahead, Vince.
Okay. So next order of business is we need to appoint a deputy mayor. I was the previous deputy mayor that now that I've moved up to the position of mayor, that position is now open. We have a motion on the floor.
Vince, I'd like to make a motion, and I'd like to nominate someone who,
Take the scuba gear off.
Slow motion.
when I got involved several years ago, Dennis, internet connections. Am I okay? Am I all right?
Yeah, I can hear you
How's
now.
it now? Hello?
You surfaced.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I sound okay? Good?
Yeah. Yeah, but we
Well,
didn't hear. Lost you.
Mike, we're losing you, man. Your video is frozen and your audio is really choppy.
Figures the Verizon guy has connection issues.
Saying,
Oh. We lost him.
Uh,
I remember Rick trying to say if we could mute Mike a little bit. Maybe Rick had something to do with it. It's all about the timing, though, Rick.
Yeah, I was off on that, but you know what? This is even better.
I'll give you credit. Let's give Mike a second to see if he can tune back in.
There could be a lot of Zoom issues because now as time is progressing, California is now on Zoom in school, and I understand connections have been really tough.
Yeah, it's been a lot of my school. They call it the weather map, but one of the things my school sends out every day is actually they show the usage charts across the country, and it's just insane how much usage is up on the internet right now. I think we have Councilman Reardon back though, so let's turn it over.
wow, how about that? All right, so as I was saying, several years ago when Dennis and I came on board, everybody was wonderful and great, Vince, Andy, Phil, and Karen. And so that's why at this time I want to nominate someone who takes great pride in their work, is truly inspiring. They're easy to work with, an excellent team member. They consistently go the extra mile with a great attitude, and they're a top-notch example for others. This person, you can't say enough about her. She's a great mom, a great grandmom, a great wife, a good friend, and that's why I'm very proud at this moment to nominate Karen Bew for Deputy Mayor, Brigantine's first Deputy Mayor in the history of Brigantine.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right. Any discussion?
He's one heck of a point man for council for our farmers market too. Point lady, I should say, point woman. Double thumbs up, Karen.
Thank you.
All right, Lynn, can we have roll call?
You,
I guess yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Amy,
Yes.
Lucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Reardon,
Absolutely.
Mayor Sarah.
I think this is a big moment for Brigantine. We're literally watching history in the making. Karen Bew will be the first deputy mayor in the history of Brigantine. And I can tell you it's been a huge honor to work with her. I've really gotten to know her and her family, over the last several years. And she is an outstanding person who has earned the respect of both her fellow council members and the community at large. So proudly, I say yes.
Thank you.
Motion carried.
Thank you very, very much.
Congratulations. All right, so at this time, we will open up the meeting to public comments, and this is on agenda items only. We'll have a second open at the end of the meeting where people can talk pretty much about anything, but this first one is for agenda items only. If you'd like to speak at this time, please signal to the city manager, and he will recognize you, and you'll have the opportunity to speak.
Mayor Sarah, we have nobody trying to get my attention.
All right, then we'll close the public portion at this time. All right, so first up, we have ordinance number 12, which is an introduction, and this is amending the code as it relates to portions of 11th Street South. And I believe this is for one-way street on the 300 block of 11th Street South. Can we have a motion and second?
I make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yeah.
Reardon,
Yes.
Mayor Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We have resolution 2020-158, the cancellation of grant balances in the grant fund. And this is for grant balances for the Municipal Alliance 2019-2020, Municipal Alliance 2020-2021, and Federal Bulletproof Vest. Can we have a motion and second?
So
I'll
moved.
make that motion. Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Reardon,
Yes.
Mayor Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We have resolution 2020-159, which is the insertion of a special items of revenue for hazardous waste 2017 recyclage tonnage grant. And that is in the amount of $13,786.44. We have a motion and second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Reardon,
Yes.
Mayor Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2020-160, which is authorizing the police department to participate in the Defense Logistic Agency to enable the department to request and acquire excess Department of Defense equipment. We have a motion and second.
I'll make that motion.
I'll
Second.
second it.
Any discussion? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Reardon,
Yes.
Mayor Sarah. Motion carried.
Resolution 2061. This is a resolution by the City of Brigantine authorizing the award of contract to Level 1 Construction, Inc. for the Jenkins Parkway Generator Platform enclosure in the amount of $113,000. Is there a motion and second?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing
I
none,
just want Vince, I just want to say, it sounds like a lot of money, but it's money that's been put aside for these projects for the flood pumps already. So it's not new money that we're taking out. Is that correct, Roxanne? Had to get you involved, Roxanne, yeah. Just nod your head yes. That'll be
Yes,
fine.
that is correct. Sorry, the button wouldn't take.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
thanks, Mike. Can we have roll call?
View,
Sorry, yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Reardon,
Yes.
Mayor Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We have Resolution 2020-162, and this is a resolution of the City of Brigantine authorizing participation in the Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative for contract number 051717-PSI off-road vehicles and watercraft and related equipment with the Polaris Industries for a beach vehicle. This is for one Polaris Ranger that is being bought through an authorized dealer, which is Atlantic City Cycle Center in Hamilton, in the amount of $17,797. Can we have a motion and second?
So
I'll make
moved.
Second.
Any discussion? I can tell you this is important for the city and for the beach patrol. I know the Polarises have been very successful. Our officers use them to make sure that they're able to keep a watchful eye and maintain the beach, but they also use them for quick responses also when we have emergency medical issues. Polaris has been a really good choice, and I know starting probably about 5 or 6 years ago, one of the things we started to work on, not just with the beach patrol, but all our city departments, is getting on more of a regular schedule for when we need vehicles. A lot of vehicles in our department, especially things that are out on the beach, only have so much of a beach life, and it's better for the budget when you plan when you need to replace these vehicles rather than just waiting till things fall apart and it becomes an emergent situation. So I know this is good strategic planning by our financial department to help keep taxes and spending under control here in the city of Brigantine. So with that being said, can we have a roll call?
View,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Reardon,
Yes.
Mayor Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
So next up, resolutions 163 through 173 are all liquor license renewal. Would we be able to have a motion to combine all of those resolutions, I guess, into one?
I'll make a motion to combine all the liquor license resolutions if no one's voting no or abstaining from the vote, if it's okay with Fred.
Is there
Yes, you can treat them as a common, on a common motion, yes.
so is there a second?
Second.
Second.
All right, so I think first we need to vote to combine them, then we can vote on the resolution. So right now we'd have roll call to combine resolutions 163 through 173, which are liquor license renewals. Can we have roll call?
View,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Reardon,
I'll drink to that, yes.
Mayor Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, thanks. Now we have, I guess, resolution 163 through 173 that have been combined to approve the liquor license. Can we have a motion and second?
So second.
All right. Any discussion? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Reardon,
Yes.
Mayor Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We have Resolution 2020-174, which is a real estate tax refund. Can we have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Reardon,
Yes.
Mayor Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, next up, we have our consent agenda, which is the Marine Mammal Stranding Center Run for the Animals 5K request. We have a motion and second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You,
Yes.
Lettieri,
Yes.
Haney,
Yes.
DeLucre,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Reardon, Mike.
Speechless.
That's a first.
Yeah.
Making history twice here at Brigantine.
Yes. Yes.
Mayor Sarah.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We have our council manager discussion. Ian, do you have anything for us?
Mayor, unless you wanted to bring it up, I could give everybody an update on the gas company that's getting ready to start the projects.
That's fine, go ahead.
All right, just so everybody knows, September 21st, Monday, South Jersey Gas Contractors will be back on the island to resume their work. They'll be in two different areas of the island starting Monday. The first area is back in the golf course, primarily along Saracen, Duncan, Quemet, Varden, that area. The second area they're going to be working on is Brigantine Boulevard, a small portion which shouldn't interrupt our traffic. And then finally, back in the area off of Shipmaster Drive and I guess an area surrounding from Lagoon Boulevard down Shipmaster to Harbor Beach and all the way down to the end there. Hopefully the traffic disruptions will be minimal. We'll be putting some stuff out as we get it from the gas company. Their inspectors will be walking around starting Friday this week, putting door tags up for folks that live in homes that need to have their services changed out. And we have pretty good communication with them thus far. So hopefully we'll be able to keep everybody in the mix and keep the interruptions and disturbances to a minimum.
Perfect, thank you. Then just to give an update too, Atlantic City Electric was supposed to come out to our meeting for this council meeting to give an update on their resiliency project and how they're trying to improve service here in Brigantine. This has to do with the new substation they're putting in on the south end and the new service lines that are coming in. But due to unforeseen circumstances, they asked if they could move their update to the October 7th meeting. So on October 7th, they will be joining us. Lynn, could you give us an update on the vote by mail stuff for this election from the clerk's office? Thank you.
It will be my pleasure. The general election is November 3rd. That's the presidential election is what they're calling it. All regular polling sites will be open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. There will be one voting machine in each polling site. The only voters who can use the machines are those who have a disability that prevents them from voting by a paper ballot. The voter must certify and swear to that this is the case. So most people are not going to be able to use the machines. The county will mail out the ballots no later than October 5th to all registered voters. Keep an eye out for them in your mail. You can vote by ballot by one of three ways. 1, the U.S. Post Office. 2, there's going to install a drop box that will be located at the 15th Street side entrance to City Hall. It will have 24-hour surveillance and will be bolted to the concrete. The county will empty the county will empty this every day. So as soon as you receive your ballot, you can mail your ballot or use the drop box. You don't have to wait until November 3rd to vote. You can take your ballot to the polling site on November 3rd. The polling sites will have mini drop boxes there, and you will have to sign in. You can only drop your ballot off there. You can't take anybody else's ballot and put it in the mini mailbox at the election at poll site. If you lose your ballot or never receive one in the mail, you can vote by provisional ballot, which is a paper ballot, at your polling place. As of October 24th, the county can start processing the ballots. So with this overwhelming response I believe we're going to have, it might be better if you can, when you get your ballot, just drop it in the box outside City Hall. That's how I'm going to vote. And as of, you know, like I said, as of October 24th, they can start processing those ballots.
Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate that. I think one of the most important things too, and anybody who's on the meeting, make sure you get the word out that it's a vote by mail election. There's a lot of confusion and a lot of people don't really know what's going on. We're going to do our best to try to get stuff out through social media. I know the Brigantine Times will get information out there as well, and I'm hoping the Atlantic City Press will cover this because it's important. No matter how you vote, it's important for everybody to come out and have their voice heard and understand what the process is. So Lynn, thank you very much for the update. So let's go to our council members. We'll start off with our Deputy Mayor and First Ward Council person, Karen View.
Thank you very much. I'd first like to thank my colleagues for their support in appointing me to be your deputy mayor, your first female deputy mayor. I'm very humbled and honored, and I promise to continue to work hard for everyone in the community. I'd also like to welcome Neil to our team. I know he will be a huge asset to our community, to the community he grew up in. Neil's mom, Mary Ann, is a huge support to him, and I know his dad, Neil Sr., would be very proud of everything his son is doing for Brigantine. As Vince was saying earlier, our island lost another treasure this week with the passing of Tom Park. We recently got to speak with Tom when he was honored by the Knights of Columbus, and then the following week, he was honored by the city for his dedication to helping so many of our residents who were in need. He will always be remembered for being kind and compassionate. I'd like to thank Fire Chief Platt and his department for continuing the tradition of remembering the 9/11 tragedy. It was a beautiful tribute, as always. I'd also like to congratulate Mike on his wonderful Heroes March this past Saturday. It was such an inspirational and uplifting gathering. There was not a dry eye in the place several times that day. Thanks, Mike, for organizing it, and we hope you will continue to plan this kind of event that makes our community so special. Our farmers market had the best day ever on Labor Day Saturday, with 2,735 shoppers attending. Again, I'd like to thank Jeanette Kessler, our hardworking farmers market team, for putting together one of the best markets in the whole country. Don't forget, we're going to have a fall market on Saturday, October 17th, and a holiday market on the Saturday right before Thanksgiving, November 21st. Those hours, I believe, will be 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And they will also be held in the same location, the community school parking lot. I'd like to thank John Doring at Public Works for helping with the setup and breakdown of each week. I'd like to thank Police Chief Casamento and his department for providing officers to help in traffic control. And I'd also like to thank our school superintendent, Glenn Robbins, and the Board of Education for allowing us to hold the market on their property. I'm not done yet, wait a minute. As of this week, we will be going back to our bi-weekly recycling pickup. We really appreciate having this service every week in the summer months. Next week, we'll be recycling throughout the island on your regular trash day. On that same note, yard dirt pickup on Fridays will continue through October. This is another great service we are fortunate to provide to our residents. And finally, on Saturday, September 26th, we will have our paper shredding event at 17th Street Municipal Parking Lot from 9 a.m. till 11:30. This event is sponsored by Brigantine Clean Communities and Brigantine Department of Public Works. A commercial document shredding truck will be there on site for secure document and all paper shredding. I know that most of us has spent many hours during our quarantine months cleaning out our attics and desks, and we have tons of paper to dispose of. Again, that's Saturday, September 26th, rain or shine, 9:30 or 9 o'clock to 11:30, 17th Street parking lot. Masks are required. And I think that's about it. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Great job, Karen. Thank you. Let's go to our second ward councilman, Paul Lettieri.
Thank you, Vince. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Karen Bue on her appointment to deputy mayor. I think that's a well-deserved position, and I'm really glad that she accepted it. I'd also like to congratulate Neil Kane on his appointment to council at large. I'm sure he will be a great asset to our small group here. I'd also like to thank Mike Reardon for his March for the Heroes. Another job well done, Mike. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul. Let's go to our third ward councilman, Dennis Haney.
Thank you, Vince. Well, just to reiterate, I guess following up on a few of our comments there, I also want to welcome aboard Neil and congratulate Karen on her appointment to deputy mayor. Both excellent choices. They will do very well. Neil being one of my retired brothers in arms in law enforcement. And I obviously know that both those people are just great Brigantine people. We all know that, and they will do very well for us. So congratulations. Double thumbs up. There you go. Okay. The variable messaging signs that I spoke about before. Yeah, I believe the one at the bridge is down now, and the one at approaching our central business district, and properly so with the Labor Day weekend ending. I think they really did help in slowing down traffic and just making people more aware of our pedestrian traffic. And at the same time, obviously there's people that are dining outside, and this was something very new this entire summer. So I think that was a big thing. A shout out to the South Jersey Transportation Authority for getting us the one variable messaging sign, the VMS sign at the base of the bridge. And also our police department, Chief Rich Casamento. Thank you, sir. And also thanks to Public Works for helping out with that. Also, whatever work, I'm sure they're always chipping in with whatever way they can. With that said, I hope everybody had a great summer, a great, awesome summer. And I want to thank all the members of our police department, our emergency workers, fire department, our EMT people, our lifeguards, our public works, just for the excellent job in keeping our community safe and taking care of our beaches and you name it. I mean, it goes on and on. Also, let's see, September 1st, the governor allowed dining and gyms at 25%. I myself thought that should have happened indoor dining, 25%. And then with some limitations and things of that nature, I really think it'd be definitely beyond advantageous. I think the proper thing would have been to have it up to at least 50% by this point. It should have happened earlier. But at the same time, I wish all our businesses well. I hope they had a great summer. The weather was very kind on the weekends and our busy seasons, our busy weekend season, I should say. And I hope that benefited them. We have on our own island with our gym, we have Wolf Fitness. We all have our dining establishments that were biting at the bit to get open. We did see some things happen though around our community. Tilton, which has been like a landmark in fitness, they were going to open up a place in Atlantic City, and it didn't happen. They went out of bid. They shut down all their places. So, and then there was a lot of, I guess, the gym, Attila's gym, which I used to work at, one of their places down in Wildwood back in my college days, but the one up in Belmar, up by Philly, there was certainly some drama there. And I just hope that the message, the lesson is learned that you can't come close to nearly shutting down an economy. You have to handle things differently. And this applies over the whole state, the country, and in our own community. We see it firsthand. Let's hope that this is handled differently in the future. Regarding, Karen spoke about this, and so did Paul. We all touched on it, I guess. 9/11, the ceremony at our fire department, beautiful and awesome as always, and very touching. None of us will ever forget that day. I also want to thank Mike, like everyone else did, for the 9/12 for the Brigantine American Heroes March, for doing a great job, Mike, for organizing that. There's a lot of work had to go into that. Mr. Brooks, is it Rob Brooks, Mike, or Vince? Is it Rob? Is that his first name? The gentleman who did the anthem?
Yeah, Ron Brooks and Rob O'Donnell.
Ron.
Ron Brooks was the singer.
Yes. Well, that man is inspirational. I wanted to give a special shout out to him. I mean, that man, God bless his heart and God bless his soul. I went over there and spoke to him personally for a little while, and he belted out the anthem like I don't think I've never heard, I don't think, quite honestly. There were some poignant moments also, as Karen alluded to, and we've really lost some just wonderful people, and we're always going to keep those in our hearts and soul as well. With that 9/11, the fact that I was in law enforcement, we lost 2,977 people that day, 343 New York City Fire Department workers, 37 members of the Port Authority Police Department of New York and New Jersey, 23 New York Police Department workers. So I just wanted to say that they will always be remembered, along with all our wonderful Americans that lost their lives on that day. So I'm going to keep the summer going. With all that said, I got my summer shirt going today, but I still want to give a shout out. Port Authority, love you guys. They were wonderful to me. They gave me that shirt when I was up there working with those guys for about 9-10 months. Back to blue, Mike, right with it. Great job. And just to all our emergency workers, I'm going to sign off. Thank you and love you. That's all I got.
Perfect. Thank you, Dennis. Let's go to our 4th Ward Councilman, Rick DeLucre.
Thanks, Mayor Sarah. I'll be brief. I just want to congratulate Karen on her appointment as Deputy Mayor. Very much well-deserved. Excellent choice. And welcome aboard, Councilman Kane. I'm sure he'll do a fine job. And I see Mike seems to have moved outside and cured his Wi-Fi problem, so I will yield the rest of my time to Mike.
Thanks, Rick. To Councilman at Large, Mike Reardon.
Oh, I thought I moved over a seat. Does Councilman Kane speak? I have a few words to say before Councilman Reardon.
I was giving him a second before you go, but we can have Councilman Kane go first if he's ready. Councilman Neil Kane would like to say a couple words.
Yeah, I just want to say that, thank you for everything. I'm incredibly humbled, and all I can do is promise you that I'm going to do the best job that I can. Be patient with me. I'm going to learn as fast as I can.
Thank you. Councilman Mike Reardon.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Rick, for yielding your time so I can speak a little longer. I appreciate it. So, Neil, it's great to have you aboard. Karen, awesome. Great to have you, Deputy Mayor. Want to thank everybody here on council for coming out Saturday. The support was great. When Vince and I were talking about what we should do because we couldn't have a St. Patrick's Parade or Columbus Parade, and then we brought it up and we were talking about a Heroes Parade, and it was phenomenal. And when I got feedback from Jimmy and John and afterwards, it was just it's just easy to do when you have a great team. And Chief Casamento and Tiger, it was just phenomenal help. So it was easy to put together. But most of all, the people of Brigantine, the great people here from the island that came out that day. It was just so inspiring and heart touching. I mean, the fact that we had so many presentations. Vince did a great presentation to Harry McGarrigle, a state Senate proclamation. That was dynamite. We had a congressional proclamation for Andy Simpson, who we all love and miss so much. Josh Fidel, the officer from Atlantic City who was shot 4 years ago, when he came up, when he had his wife and 3 young daughters there, it was just, it was just something else. And then, of course, to top it off, what Senator Brown did, I mean, it was so personal for Chris, having his son in college and a roommate at Ryan Rehills and going through ROTC together and all. I mean, it was just, that was a total roller coaster ride. I mean, we were we were crying and we were laughing and we were crying and we were smiling. And so I just want to thank everybody here and everybody that attended. And, you know, the feedback is fabulous. So we'll do more great things in the future. So it's all good stuff. So, and then of course the following Sunday morning we had our Heroes Cornhole tournament there. That was fundraiser for the PBA and our boys in blue. So that was well attended. That was dynamite also. So that's that. You know, going forward now, we have a lot to do. I mean, the businesses, especially the restaurants and bars, they added a whole new dimension to their businesses this summer with the outdoor dining and the takeout orders. So that's been great. And I know we're going to be working together on the Economic Development Committee for discussing how to make it work going forward. And hopefully we'll get some help from the state so to make it easy for those people to continue to do good business and so on. So the big thing that we have coming up now is we had just started this discussion on the Economic Development Committee meeting. And one last person I can't forget, and I'm looking at here, Angela Reynolds. I want to thank her so much as the president of the Chamber of Commerce. Great picture here. I'm looking at you, and I can't forget Angela. So thank you, Angela, for what you did in Cell 32. But now getting back to this lighthouse issue, we had started discussing how the lighthouse is in dire need of some repair. And we had put together a committee to discuss, to get this done as swiftly and inexpensively, but done well, just like it had been done at no cost in the past to the taxpayers. So we're going to be working on that again. That's going to be a primary goal of ours, to get this going and get it repaired by, I guess, with the help of several builders and other volunteers that have stepped up to get that going. And hopefully by the start of next summer, we'll have that'll be prepared. And I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised what we have in store for that. We have some other good stuff. So that's about all I have for now. And I want to thank everybody once again. And that's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Mike. I'd like to thank you, and I'd like to thank everyone in the city who helped out to make the Heroes March a huge success. It was great to see the patriotism and our strong support for our veterans, our police, our firefighters, our dispatchers, and our first responders. I know Chief Tiger Platt made a good point in his speech to say, some of the unsung heroes behind a lot of emergencies that are handled all throughout the country are dispatchers. They're literally the radio network who connects everybody together. So we want to make sure that we include them in all that we do. One of the things we did kind of new this year, I guess with everything going on with COVID and schools being open remotely and more people who are choosing to stay down here in Brigantine through the summer or through the fall season, we decided to keep a few lifeguards on the beach last week and next week. Probably one of the best decisions we made. We had a situation last Friday where there was a 7-year-old girl who got into trouble and needed the assistance of our lifeguards and of our fire department. She did swallow some water. They helped her. They made sure that she was safe. They made sure she got all the necessary care that she needs. She's fine. She's doing well. But received a letter on behalf of the family thanking our beach patrol, thanking our fire department for their outstanding abilities and their professionalism, and for making sure that the girl felt safe and comfortable. And they did a really outstanding job. So I'm really glad that we made that decision this year to put our guards out there. One of the things that's going to be starting up again, and we've been trying to get this out to people, is a community wellness program. So now that the gyms are starting to open, Wolf Fitness and the CER will be able to run the April session of the wellness program that was postponed due to COVID. The session started yesterday, September 15th, and it's going to run until Saturday, November 14th. This session is only for the people who signed up for the April-May session that didn't run. Now, if there's anyone who doesn't feel comfortable going to gyms or who signed up, who doesn't want to participate in the program, you will need to go to the Brigantine Community Center by September 29th to fill out a refund form. So we want to make that possible for people. So again, if you signed up for the program it started up, and I believe Wolf Fitness reached out to all the people who signed up personally. And two, if you need a refund form because you don't feel comfortable, you need to go to the community center by September 29th. I'd like to welcome Neil Kane again to Brigantine City Council. I know Neil did an outstanding job on the school board, and I know some of the school board members were sad to lose him to council, but that's a big win for Brigantine. And I'd like to congratulate Aaron Bew on being deputy mayor. For me, you know, as the father of two little girls, I'm always looking for good, positive role models and, you know, strong women who are in good leadership position that I can point to and say, hey, listen, if you work hard and you do things right, this is what you can achieve. And I am honored to have Karen, one as our deputy mayor, and two as one of those role models for my daughters, you know, as they see what's going on in the world and they plan out their lives. Karen, thank you very much. I really appreciate your service to Brigantine. At this time, I'd like to open up the next public portion. So we'll have public comments. If anybody likes to be heard on anything, just signal to the city manager and Jim Bennett will recognize you at this time.
Hey, Sid and Shirley, go ahead.
Am I muted?
Nope, we can hear you.
Okay, good. I'd like to say, first of all, congratulations to Karen. I'm very, very proud of you. I'm very happy to be your friend. I think it's well deserved. And I'd like to congratulate Neil Kane on his position. And I would like to thank everyone in council who has worked so hard to see that the city can take part in all these wonderful things. Sid and I did not come to some of these this year because we're not comfortable yet in going out, but we are in spirit with all of you. And we really, really thank you. And we thank you, Mayor, for everything you're doing. And stay well, all of you.
Thank you, Shirley and Sid. We appreciate it.
I don't see anybody else, Mayor. I can give it another minute if you'd like.
In the meantime, I wanted to thank Sid and Shirley myself, and of course, you know, I didn't mention it, but I failed to mention the Legion Riders, of course, with Councilman Lettieri, the vice president of Legion Riders. They were phenomenal with I think it was 25 to 30 bikers that led the whole march down the avenue, and of course, like with Dennis, a retired trooper. I mean, it just. And Karen, married to a retired firefighter, just added that special touch. And now Neil on board, and Rick's been so great during the pandemic. So it was good to have a good community thing. So thanks.
One for me.
Here, great job, Mike.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. All right,
Thank you, Mike.
at this time, we will close the public portion. Are there any final council comments? All right, seeing none, can we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for our September 16th council meeting, and we hope to see everybody soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Everybody's going to Karen's. All right.
You're buying though, right, Mike? You're gonna have all the stuff.